everyone, Jen Loves Wrestling here. Happy Tuesday. Survivor Series was this past Sunday, so let's jump right into it and talk about it. We started off the pre-show with the Battle Royal, and the hero that I never knew I needed, The Miz, was able to win the Battle Royal for the SmackDown and Raw brand Battle Royal on the pre-show. I am happy with this outcome, even though they pulled the same tired thing that they always do in Battle Royals or Royal Rumbles. I wasn't even mad at it this time because at least it wasn't Dominic Mysterio. So, my hero, The Miz, coming through. Thank you, Miz. Alright, so let's go on to the main show. We opened the show with the Men's Survivor Series match. I thought it was interesting that Raw completely shut out SmackDown. I'm not really sure what the logic is with that. We started out with the first SmackDown elimination was Seth Rollins offering himself up to Sheamus to be eliminated. He got on his knees and let Sheamus give him the bro kick and pinned him. So that was the first elimination from SmackDown, and from there things just kind of deteriorated for Team SmackDown. They did not have a great showing in that match, and I really don't know why. So, yeah, Raw completely shut him out. With Seth Rollins, at first I really liked this, because it was interesting. It just invoked so many questions. Why would Seth Rollins do this? Why would he offer himself up? Does he still feel some sort of loyalty to Team Raw? Or did he just hate his SmackDown partners and that show that much that he was willing to do that? For the greater good, maybe that's has something to do with it, because he did say for the greater good before he was pinned, before he offered himself up. I thought it was a good cliffhanger, but I'm really hoping that on SmackDown this Friday, we do get some answers, or they at least see through on following the story up a little more, because my original thing was that it was a good cliffhanger, it was good storytelling, and WWE kind of needs to go back to that with their pay-per-views. I missed when pay-per-views actually were able to follow through with stories, whereas a lot of WWE pay-per-views nowadays just kind of feel like match. And sometimes they'll close out a story, but they don't really leave you wanting more, and I want that feeling. But on the other hand, I am hearing that it is possible for this to be the way he is written off TV for his paternity leave. I hope not. I hope they at least do something this, on SmackDown. At least, have somebody completely take him out, because I just think that's a really weird way to go off TV for a few months. But I guess we'll see what happens on Friday. New Day versus the Street Profits. This was a decent match. The Street Profits picked up a shocking win here. I thought the New Day was going to take this one. But the Street Profits won, so, good for them. Big win, beating the New Day. So, they were able to pull that one off. Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Poor Sami Zayn. My poor little buttercup Sami Zayn. He was in a glorified, mentally and physically handicapping match. There was other members of the Hurt Business surrounding the ring. Sami could not focus. And then at the end, MVP tripped Sami Zayn and threw him in the ring. So he interjected himself into this match. Lashley wins. Sami didn't have a chance. Not fair. Asuka versus Sasha. Okay, so this is where the show really picked up for me. This is what I came for. This is the point where, match-wise, the ladies stole the show for me. Asuka versus Sasha. Man, I mean, this was a great match for me, because I'm honestly not a fan of Asuka, and Sasha's my favorite. So, Sasha getting the win here was just so huge, and I'm just so happy for her. And it goes to show that she is everything that she says she is. She is the best of the best. So, congratulations to Sasha on that one. Asuka, I mean, you can say what you want about her in-ring abilities. I don't know. I'm not a fan of her regardless, but people think she's hilarious, and I don't see that. She reminds me of, your drunk uncle at a party, just kind of flailing around and, being random and gibberish and all that kind of stuff, and the weird dancing and all that. I don't know. I don't get Asuka, but Sasha is where it's at for me. Sasha picks up this big win, and I'm so happy for her. So that was definitely my match of the night. My second match of the night was probably the following match. the Women's Survivor Series match. And like I said, I think the ladies really stole the show on this pay-per-view as far as the matches goes. And I say as far as the matches goes because obviously what took the show off the air was the most important thing. But in terms of match-wise, the women, I mean, the first match, Sasha versus Asuka, was great. And then the Survivor Series match with the women, it was so much fun. I loved it. I think they told a great story throughout the whole match. It was consistent. The tag team champions, Nia and Shayna, were eliminated, but it was done in a count out and a disqualification and in a way that doesn't really hurt them and their prestigiousness with being the women's tag team champions. It didn't do them any injustice, so I liked the way the eliminations went for that, and the match was just very logical. It made a lot of sense, and it built up to a place where, I mean, I don't want to say predictable, but I think we all, I shouldn't say we all had a feeling what the outcome was going to be, but it was heavily talked about that Lana was going to be the sole survivor, and she was. I didn't mind it though. I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole match. I thought it was really, really fun match. I think it told a great story. I think this is great for Lana. It builds her up sympathetic wise. I liked the whole match. I liked the whole story of it. So, this was a good one for me. And, people will say, well, they're going the predictable route with this. But, Akim's razor. Sometimes the most obvious answer is the one you should go with. And in this case, I think that's correct. Roman versus Drew, your main events of the night match-wise. Jey Uso interfered to help Roman. And Roman and Jey embraced at the end. Roman seemed like he was proud of Jey for this. He did end up costing Drew the victory, and Roman won that match. So there was it was quite a difference between that match and then what we were going into. So it definitely made sense that was the main match-wise, but we had something of very, very high importance to follow. Not easy for any of us wrestling fans. I'm going to try not to cry because I've done that in like 2 other videos and, I'm a girl, so it happens sometimes. So, I mean, obviously I cried during the Taker segment, like a whole lot of tears. But didn't we all, So, in case you didn't see it, obviously, check it out. I would recommend checking out this pay-per-view in general. It was a really great show. I enjoyed it a lot. First they started the Undertaker segment. They had legends come out to the ring to pay tribute to him and just to show their support for him and everything he has done throughout his long, illustrious 30-year career. And that it was actually 30 years to the day that he debuted at Survivor Series. So, time-wise, it couldn't be more fitting. It was tough on me as a wrestling fan, on me as somebody that used to be in the business, as me as a human being right now in the state of the world. I didn't need another thing to mourn and make me cry and make me very sad, but I understand that this had to be done at the time it had to be done, which was Sunday. So the legends, they had Shane McMahon come out, they had Mick Foley come out, Ric Flair, HBK, and Booker T. They had a bunch of people come out, of course. They had to have Kane come out. So Kane had to be there. And then they showed a tribute video to The Undertaker, and I'm talking with my friend, and he's like, wow, just look at all those people in the ring paying their respects to his amazing career, and we're never going to have another like him and everything, and how powerful it was to have all those important figures in the wrestling business in the ring at the same time to honor The Undertaker and his career. And I said, yeah, but I think there is one person that I wish would have been there, one person that's missing that should have been there. And then they come back from the tribute video, and lo and behold, there he is in the ring, Vince McMahon. So it kind of got me emotional because, you hear different things about Vince, but he seemed genuinely very emotional through his speech about The Undertaker. And that really touched me. So then, speaking of touching, oh my God. So then Undertaker comes out and obviously, informs us all of what we know, that he has wrapped up his career, and it's time to let the Undertaker character rest in peace. He gets down on one knee. They show Paul Bearer and, did that tribute. Goodbye, Undertaker. There will never be another like you. You will be missed. We love you. Thank you for everything you have done in this business. And someone, personally, I know whereof I speak, timing is very, very important. And this was a moment where all the stars lined up properly for this to be his big send-off. Some people say they're going to do it, and they come back. One is, as much as I will always respect Shawn Michaels' career, he lost a lot of respect from me when he had his final match, after saying a million times over that I am retired, I will never have another match. I don't think this is the case with Taker. I think that this is really at this time, you guys. So, as hard as it is for us as fans, we need to let him retire and let him enjoy his long, well-deserved, well-earned retirement. Thank you, Taker. And thank you, you guys, for tuning in as always. I love you, and I appreciate you so, so much, and I hope you enjoy that show. My show, and also Survivor Series, of course. That was a great, great event. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff, and have a good night. Love you. Mwah.